Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to my review of the Boker Atlas. You're at the We All Juggle Knives channel, by the way. Welcome one and all. So the official blade length on this is 2.64 inches, full flat ground. This is a slip joint, but wait a minute. It's got scissors? Yes, you can have scissors too. There you see the skeletonized pocket clip. So you have two useful cutting tools on this, scissors and a knife blade in a lightweight package. Speaking of weight, here it is on the old food scale. So 2.82 ounces. Interesting. So sub 3 ounces. Here is a closer look. It has a stonewash finish on the handle. You see the pocket clip, lanyard hole as well. It's got nail nicks as your openers. Right, that is 12C27 Sandvik Swedish stainless steel. And it is a slip joint, right, both of the implements, so no hard lock. Now this usually goes for about $30 in the USA, but it is difficult to find. It is sold out in many places. Okay, we're going to put these tools to the test. Here is the scissors on some nylon strap material, kind of like a seat belt. So as you can see, it does a pretty good job. You kind of have to work your way through it, right? As opposed to, let's say if you had rescue shears, you could probably cut it faster, but still, it can get through it. All right, here we've got some paracord. Now the best way to cut paracord with these, you put the paracord as far as you can towards the pivot, and then again, you have to kind of work your way through it, right? So it doesn't necessarily cut it in one motion, but you can cut the paracord. And it works better if you use your right hand for that. Alright, while we have this stuff out, here is the blade on paracord. Pretty easy task for it. Alright, you see that knife blade has a sharpening choil. And here it is on the seatbelt-like material. A little more difficult because it's a short blade, almost too short, but it can cut it. Alright, here it is on wood. We're going to whittle this piece of wood, sped this footage up a little bit, because your time is valuable. So one reason that I purchased this was that blade, that Sandvik steel. I really like it for the price that this knife was. It's just a high quality stainless steel, and I'm quite familiar with the Sandvik steels. They use them in many Mora knives, for example. Alright, so there you go. We made a very pointy crayon of that wood. Alright, here's the pocket clip doing its job. There it is in the pocket. Alright, cutting up some food. We got, yes, more peppers. You really like peppers, don't you? Yeah, actually, I do. I just like the taste of them. So I hope you're all doing well these days during these tough and turbulent times. You know, one thing, oh, look at the fillet action there. Sharp blade. But one thing that I like about this knife is just, it's so light and it's so slim, and yet they managed to actually put some scissors on it, so it's kind of like a minimalist, almost like the idea of a Swiss knife, right? Like the Victorinox Compact. Alright, it did a great job on those peppers. Alright, initial sharpness. Let's see what it can do. This was when I first got it. There's the box. Yeah, it did well. So they did the edge correctly. Alright, useful comparisons. Here it is next to the Boker Tech Tool 1. That's the carbon fiber scales edition. Now these blades are the same steel, and I think they're made in the same place, right? So these two Bokers, one reason I bought this is because I knew it would be similar to a knife I already like, that Tech Tool 1. Alright, here's a scissors comparison. We've got the Atlas, we have a Tech Tool from Boker, we have a rake knife, and a Tucson multifunction knife. Now all of these scissors are really quite similar, so before I bought this, I already knew what the general quality level would be. good quality. Not quite the equal to Swiss knife scissors, but it's not so. You're going to notice it can cut everything you would need to cut. Okay, final thoughts on this Boker Atlas. Well, one thing you should know, they actually do have a model that just has the blade, right? So if you don't need the scissors, check out the model that just has the blade. Now, the one with the scissors, that's actually very hard to get in the US. I will include a link, but it will most likely be sold out, that Amazon link that I bought this from. But if it comes back, maybe it'll come back at some point, right? More popular in Europe because of restrictions on locking blades. In fact, that is the slip joint nature of this is actually a selling point in some countries, right? As is the relatively short blade length. But I love the steel. I love the lightweight, how slim this is. They've done the edge right, and the scissors work very well too. So it's just a very impressive, compact, and easy to carry design. I'm glad I picked it up. You know, the only real problem is that it can be hard to find one to actually purchase. One thing you should know, there is a Sanren branded version of the same knife. They are made in the same place, and that one is available on AliExpress for about $25. So, final conclusion, yeah, I highly recommend it. Very handy, very well made, and the price was right as well. Okay, so if you enjoy videos like this where the video maker gives you information about an item as he demonstrates some of its functions, consider subscribing, and please try to use the links below this video in the text description box. Those help support the channel, and I will have lots of useful supplies and cutlery down there for you. This has been We All Juggle Knives. I'm out.